Aloha.
Hello there.
Good evening. Hi.
How you doing, guys? You all right?
Good.
Yep.
How are
See
you?
blacked out?
Yep. Thanks. Nice to see you too.
Good stuff, man.
You had good days?
Well, I got the vaccine, the first jab on Wednesday. So Thursday, I felt like death warmed up. So I'm feeling a lot better now. Apart from the actual needle.
Lovely. I'm just gonna say hello to some people in the chat, and then we'll start, right?
Yeah.
Right. So let me start off. Lewis, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you here, mate. John Miko, Weekway baby, all the way. I'm with you, mate. My Weekway campaign is going to be starting this week. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to do a little video about it and stuff. Weekway for the win. I can see only one Kenobi's like shaking his head.
I've made a video, but I've not made it to canvas votes. I've done it just to sort of say why I'm choosing what I'm choosing. But anyway, sorry, Tim. We'll come to that later.
Don't you worry.
Interrupting your introduction.
One of three top guys that do a great live stream on Tez's channel at the moment.
Hi, Matt.
Buddy, how you doing? GA, good to see you, my friend. Anthony Robinson, Patreon supporter. Thank you so much for turning up. I really do appreciate it. GeForce Racing is here. Joe Christopher, my buddy. How you doing, my friend? We have John Charlton in the chat. Smuggler's Canyon in the chat.
Yes. See moles. I see moles.
Yeah, of course it is Sea Moles, isn't it?
Well, the artist formerly known as, the YouTuber formerly known as. FK.
Stuart Norris, how you doing, my friend? Oh, hey. Team Ahsoka, controversial. Neil Lowry, how you doing, mate? Top Banana.
They should just bring them all out, for God's sake. That's the end of the discussion, really. Get them all out, you know. But it's interesting having the discussion about it anyway, the debate.
Red Leader 1. Also, as well, I heard Patrick say, or one of them say, it's next year that figure's coming out. So we're voting for something for next year. It's crazy, isn't it? It seems ages away.
Yeah.
Top Bananas in London, in the UK. London. Okay, who else we got? Darth Kenobi. Hi there, my friend. Isaac Villa.
Villa.
Isaac Villa.
It depends where he's
Howdy
from.
All from Jason Fitz. Migo7. Hi, guys. Can you comment on the vintage collection video game figures? We're going to be talking about all of that sort of stuff, my friend. Don't you worry.
The card backs look great for them. Despite my video is moaning.
Gary Moore. We have Walter Abram. Hi there, my friend.
Shabby. Mark Shabby.
Mr. Shabby, who is another member of the Awesome 3. Do a live stream. That's right, guys. Looking forward to this. Yeah. Bradley Harvey, always here, my friend, supporting, so I do appreciate it. Who else we got? We have Grendel0013. I'm still stuck on Frog Lady. And here he is, the man himself. I was waiting for him to turn up. It's good old Daniel Chart.
Hi.
He's a geezer. I tell you something, he's sweet as an angel's fart. He's Daniel Chart. You know what I'm saying? Legend in his own time.
We also do have another guest coming up later as well. I'm going to bring him up. I'm going to bring him in about 10 minutes or so. We're just going to get going, and we'll give him a big warm welcome when he comes on as well. Hi there, Dave, mate. Dave's here. Joseph, John Miko, Nick, what you drinking?
Oh, this is pear cider. Yeah, I don't do cider, but pear cider, very nice. I like that.
It's like you're out in a pub garden with a bit of pear cider. Not something that we've been able to do for a long time.
It's not as sharp as apple cider, is it?
Socially distanced.
Yeah. The Awesome 3 sounds good. Yeah, you could call yourself that, mate. Why not? Left Coast Graphics, how you doing, my friend? And Andre Hacheng, sorry.
Oh, cheers, Anthony Hewitt.
Is anyone else disappointed they didn't re-release Jabba Cell Barge yesterday? Mate, you're going to be waiting a long time if you want them to do that, unfortunately. All right, so we've got Jimmy's here. How you doing, my friend?
Good evening.
Hi.
People are nutty on seltzers here, man. All good. Okay.
John Miko, the man, the myth, the legend that is the Miko Warrior.
Oh, Bike Scout 74 is here.
Good evening.
Right, so let's get this show on the road. If that's is that the expression?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So yesterday, everybody, so first of all, welcome to the Vintage Collection Show on YouTube. With me, I have my guests, Only One Kenobi. You all know who Only One Kenobi is, I am sure. We will also have the Blacked Out Ewoks, and if you don't know who the Blacked Out Ewoks is, you should do. He's got a great YouTube channel, and he's probably got one of the best vintage Star Wars collections going, I would say. Lots and lots of foreign cards, loads of cool stuff. And you're also into your modern as well. You collect pretty much everything, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, I was just thinking that if you asked me in 1995, would I still be collecting or would Hasbro still be putting out Star Wars 25 years later or 26 years later? It's quite astonishing. It's more than half my lifetime with the modern Star Wars stuff coming out, and you know, so
what I like about you, man, is you embrace it all, and you know everything that's happening, and that's just good. You're like a catalogue of all the history of what's been released.
Only one Kenobi in the chat. He's supposed to be in the live stream and he's in the chat. What's going on?
I'm just saying hi to Chris, that's all.
I'm joking.
Toys of Jedi, Todge, TOJ.
Yeah, he's a good lad, Chris. Anyway, right. So yesterday's reveals, lads. So we had the Fan Fest, as it was. And what was first up? Was it the repack waves? Yeah. Should we have a look at? Let's have a look at some of the. Let's have a look at some of the images. Let me just share the screen. I know the viewers have seen these already, but it's good to talk about them. Okay.
Hi, Tomb Toys. What's the frog lady?
Admiral Akbar.
Yeah. Now this one for me is like the most sort of underwhelming out of all four of them. Really, I don't really understand why that one's there. Really. What about you?
Well, he got. Oh, sorry. You go.
No, man. Go on. You started before me.
Age before beauty. Okay. Because he got reissued in the Black Series, didn't he? So you know, this is the third time we've got him, and I think in the original we got him on the return card and the revenge card because I've got him on both cards. So he's and I mean, how many times can they put this one single character? If it was a trooper like a stormtrooper, yes, but it's just a single character, you know.
It's a weird one for me.
Yeah, I think they could have chosen something better.
You've had it more than that though. You've had the revenge variants and the later releases of him.
Yeah.
And he was in the Death Star set, which is also kind of the revenge SDCC thing. And it is like a little bit of an overdose with him, but you know, as I said, I did that video, and I'll be honest, I did a little bit of whining in that video. But I still, in the back of my mind, thought I'll be balanced and think about people who are new to it all. But still, they got more pressing matters at hand than this, I think.
Yeah, they are supposed to be for new people. John Miko's saying that you can get the Black Series one for $6 over there, which is, you know, we saw this one in the Entertainer for like a $5, didn't we, for ages?
Yeah,
I've got a few of them already. So moving swiftly on, then don't really want to hang around with that one too much. The Emperor's Royal Guard. I did like what they said about this one, that they've actually done something to the cloak and they've updated it slightly, hangs better on the shoulders and all that kind of stuff. So I like it when they actually do something to make the figure slightly better. They correct these little things, you know.
I mean, so they've updated it again since the Black Series, because that in itself was a vastly superior cape, cloak, whatever.
Yeah, apparently they've done something so it sits better on the shoulders or something. I mean, he looks pretty cool there.
Right.
He looks pretty cool there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great. And I mean, I said about the fact that they could have maybe put it on the original 80s card. Not essential, because it's a really nice updated card anyway. You know what I mean? It's a lovely...
I think Patrick actually said that on there. He said these reissues will always come out on their original cards, basically.
Yeah.
The ones, you know, it's the first time I've heard him say that.
You know, he used the word original. I got confused, but he means the original 2012 release, doesn't he? Doesn't, as opposed to the 80s.
Now, this one for me was like the one that I was not too bothered about. I'm thinking, God, you know, But I actually think it looks all right. I think that coat just makes it for me. It looks so much better. That coat looks really good. But and the face deco looks good on him.
Yeah.
See, I've got that figure, but I got it from Tungori, so I don't have it with the jacket. So I'd be keen to get hold of it loose and get the proper jacket.
It's another one from
and get an updated figure as well.
It's another one from the black and red boxes. I've got him. I haven't got the vintage collection one. I've got the black series one, and the coat is better on that one than it is on the vintage collection one. But this coat's even better. It's like much more screen accurate, I reckon, in terms of the color.
You see, I've got. Oh, sorry.
I've only got the OTC version, the first one, the one from 2006. That's the only one I've got.
I was just grabbing that then, BOE. Actually, I was going to say, and it's amazing how good that. I've never had that one loose, but that's another great figure. It's just like the VOTC hand. That. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there you go. And, like that hand, that Hoth hand you got with the Search for Luke Skywalker, brilliant hand head. See, I didn't really think that this one was very good. That one, well, I don't know. They updated it, made it better.
It looks okay.
The coat on the black, the 3.75 inch black series one is definitely different to the vintage collection one. I mean, it looks loads better. And then this one, they've changed it again, haven't they?
Yeah. So I've got the return and the revenge of that as well. So there he is. That's the other one.
Stuart's saying, I can see the frustration with the reissues with older collectors, but for the newer ones who missed out first time round, it is ideal. Yeah, that's the thing. They do keep saying these aren't for us. These aren't for like long time collectors. These are for new collectors. But the problem is that they announce them as if they're like this big thing, don't they? Like, look, we're bringing this guy out, and it's like, well. Maybe just sort of like announce them separately or something, and like as not part of this big fanfare, because
Well, actually, I need that Emperor's Royal Guard.
All right. Well, there you go.
So I mean, I was watching last night, and when they said, and it's Luke, and it's a packaging we've never seen him on. We haven't seen him. Something like we haven't seen him for a long time. And I thought, go on, Luke Farm Boy. Nah, it was the Hoth, wasn't it? So, that's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
So next up, I'm going through these ones quickly because I want to get onto the good stuff. This one for me, this is one of my favorite card backs. The Luke Hoth. Yeah. I love this. It's an absolute classic, and it's a pretty decent figure. I don't actually have this figure loose, so I'm happy that it's coming out, so I can have the figure loose, and it'll probably make me open my Tauntaun that I've got sitting here in a box that I use as a stand for my microphone for the live streams. I'll probably have to open that then to get him on there. So I know you could Tungori had him for a while, didn't they?
I got mine from Tungori, which is a shame really, because if I'd waited and knew this was coming out, I would have just got this one. You know what I mean? But the one I got from Tungori there's nothing wrong with it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Is that missing something? Someone was saying it's like missing something around the neck. I think it is. They took it out for the photograph. Does anyone?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Let's have a look at this one. I've got it in my hand.
Oh, is that
he's got series on his neck, right? A little thing, and I don't think it's on this picture either. They've forgotten to put it in. I know the Black Series one's different because he's got his thing hanging from his head, like the 80s one, as opposed to being wrapped around him.
Yeah,
but John Miko's saying the collar's missing.
Yeah, the collar. That's right, John. Someone told me that in the comments. I didn't even notice that when I did my, I just was thinking of other things or whatever.
So that's all of them, isn't it? That's the four repack waves, and we knew these were coming anyway. They were leaked, so we knew these ones were coming. But I guess it's good to see them. But as I say, it's like it's the fanfare of it all that I don't like. It's making out that there's something special when they're really not. I mean, we've seen them before, so But anyway. Onto the good stuff. So we've got some stuff to talk about later, which is the Game and Greats line, which isn't for everyone. And I know a lot of people are like, why are they doing video games so much? We need to be concentrating on the 96, and we'll talk about that later and what I think or what I'm hoping that is. But let's get onto the good stuff. And this could potentially be quite controversial as well. This figure and packing or ship and packing. But man, does he look? How good does he look?
Yeah. Really good.
Great. He looks great.
Fantastic.
Yeah. It didn't occur to me, Tim, at all. I completely forgot. I don't know if it was just the hysteria of finding out that they're going to bring him out at last.
Yeah.
But the fact is that, you know, and you're going to talk about this right now, Marky D put in my comments of the video, we're going to have to buy 2 X-Wings to get him loose and carded, which is madness. I never even thought about that.
Yeah, I mean, there will be a lot of X-Wings on the secondary market, basically. Loose, but there'll be a lot of loose,
figure.
because some people aren't even interested in the vehicles, so they'll just have they want the carded figure. They're not even going to open it. You're right. I'm going to buy 2 of them because I want him loose.
Yeah,
and I 100% want him carded. The thing is, it's like with the Tantive 4 playset, they put an army builder in there, and that annoyed me as well because, like, I personally for that, even if I just had 1 corridor, I'd still want 4 or 5 Rebel fleet troopers, right? But I don't want to buy 4 or 5 play sets to get them, so there's that element of it as well. But this one, at least I've only got to buy 2, not 4 or 5, but still 2 is one too many.
Gary Moore's right there. You might get one on, you might get a second on Tungori.
Yeah, it'll be quite expensive though, wouldn't it? Because it'll be like the the stormtrooper that got packed in with the carbon freezing chamber. His version of that's quite expensive. It's like $27 or something. For a loose figure that's probably a seconds, that's a bit much, I reckon. But Anthony Robinson's had a good point here. Is that just a shame there's no droid. And I saw Jake Stevens from Forlom Tazukas show what he thinks the droid looks like, and it had like, I think it's like a red body with a blue head, I think, or the other way around. So it'd be nice to get that droid because obviously there's a space for it, isn't there?
Yeah. But it's essentially paying $100 or plus for 1 carded figure. That also comes with an X-wing.
John Miko says,
it's like funny. Sorry.
When you buy pallets of figures, you can trade.
It's really funny because I'm a bit picky about what I'll have loose and cut. But this is one I definitely would want. You know, who wouldn't want that loose? You know what I mean? Especially when you're getting the X-wing. I mean, for those people who don't do what I'm doing behind me here, then you know you're going to be laughing. You just buy it and open it. But there's just something about this line. It's just great to keep carded.
But like you said, it's a shame they haven't updated the X-wing. So you know, like Poe's X-wing is a much more nicer mechanism, whereas this one is a bit. The wings are a bit heavy.
Well, they were never going to do that because, like the Poe X-wings, it's obviously a different design, isn't it? But that mechanism is so sweet. It would have been great if they'd, done some kind of,
retro.
That's exactly what I said in my video. Like, it's obviously you couldn't just give them a repaint of the Poe X-wing because it's not the same X-wing, but at least sort of do the that's a blatantly a better mechanism, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And this one's a bit flaky. The wings sort of sag, don't they, when it's on its flight mode, and a bit annoying.
But it's just easier, isn't it, for them? And then I remember when they brought out the Luke X-wing, I said even then, I was like, oh, why can't it should be a blue leather one or something. But actually, I loved that X-wing when it came because I didn't have a Luke one, you see. For a lot of people, they already had a Luke from, yesteryear, but that was my first one. And it was way better than the Biggs one.
It tied in with the Rise of Skywalker, though, that as well, didn't it? For Rey to sit in it as well.
Oh, yes.
Because the Luke helmet has got that bit carved out, so you can put the helmet on thingy. So you're getting like double whammy. But he looks amazing, doesn't he? What a figure!
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
The hinge at the wrist instead of the glove, mate. Oh, just fantastic.
They should have a head swap for him, so he's doing that last smile, and he's blasting those ATACTs. That's brilliant. That. Oh man, what's the car back going to be like? That'll be awesome. Can't wait for that. He said it's going to be later, isn't it, when they tell us?
Yeah, I think it's going to. Hopefully, I mean, you never know with Hasbro because you got the the Leia one was awful, wasn't it, compared to some of the customs that are around there. But I would hope that it's like the pose that he's in there right now, where he's there's a shot of him, isn't there? He's just like standing there, or the really close up headshot of him when he's smiling, when he's laughing.
The one I want. Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be just the best. Image on a card. That.
But we waited so long for this. I mean, right after they announced this, he said something about Rogue One, and I don't know if anyone can in the chat can remember, or any of you guys, but did he say look more Rogue One stuff would be coming? Because I remember last year he said when like when the Vader stuff came out, he said, you know, Rogue One anniversary's next year and we're going to sort of celebrate it. And then they announced those Black Series figures, and I thought, oh, that's what he meant. They're doing the Black, you know, it's celebrating it through the Black Series. And obviously this is the first Rogue One thing that we've got.
Yeah,
and we don't even know when it's coming out. But did you take that as they're gonna give us more Rogue One stuff this year, or what?
Yeah, I thought so. You know, I really hope they'll do Krennic, and also, you know, since we've had, we'll hopefully get Baze Malbus to go with Chirrut Imwe. That would be, you know, nice. But yeah, Krennic would be great with soft goods.
More Rogue One coming in the 5th anniversary.
He also acknowledged it being the 5th anniversary as well, and what he said. So that's like a whole year they could potentially drop something else, or hopefully lots of stuff, you know.
Bill, when he announced, he immediately thought of you. Yeah, I mean, I've been going on about. I remember Nick. I was on you used to do a thing called the Wretched Hive podcast, didn't you? Yeah. It must have been like 2 years ago that I was on that. Must be now.
Oh yeah.
And at the end of it, we did our top 5 wanted figures, and he was mine. I think he was my number 1, and that's even back then. Do you know what I mean? You're the same as well. You've been banging on about this figure for ages. You know? Merrick, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, we both said the same thing about what we felt in the cinema. As soon as I saw him in that X-wing, I just loved the color of the kit. You know, his suit, and it was something brand new, but just so familiar. You know, it was an X-wing pilot, and it's great.
Yeah. Cranky Rankle, what happened to the pipeline figures announced at the start of the year? Well, there was only 2, so it was Lando and IG-11, and we've seen them now, so those are going to be coming out around the time of the Razor Crest, maybe September, October time, I believe. We only had 2 pipeline figures, didn't we? Which is a bit annoying.
Somebody said something earlier, by the way. It was Mech DJ, MEC DJ, said about the X-wing having a stand. And obviously you'll come to this later, but they showed the Razor Crest with the stand. He said, why can't they have a stand like with Slave 1? That's a really good idea. I never considered that, but that would be great to have some more flight pose options, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
So I think we're in agreement that basically it's a bit dodgy that they've put this figure in the thing.
Yeah.
But like in my video, it's like I said, thank God he's just not in a baggie. Because like if you've got the ATST Raider, for example, and the TIE Fighter that came out, those figures came in baggies, didn't they? And the same with the Millennium Falcon with Chewie and Hondo. If they'd given us Merrick in a baggie in that ship, that would have annoyed the hell out of me.
Yeah,
they've put him on a card, but the only problem that it is now is that the carded collectors have to buy the ship. You know, they're not silly, are they? They know what they're doing. Like, and I think everybody knows that basically ships is where the money is. Like, they don't really make a lot of money off the figures, and it's the ships and the world building stuff that they actually make. You know, quite a bit
the board games.
Quite a bit of margin on. You know, so it's a bit dodgy, but.
You see, I thought this was going to get a mention yesterday. I really did. I thought he was going to come.
Wow.
I didn't mean to bring that into this. I'm looking at the floor and the mess on the floor, and he's down there. But I really did.
But the thing is with him, Nick, is that he's not even like official, is he? He's still just like a rumor.
Oh, really?
We haven't even seen the 2 figures that are coming with Ahsoka and Maul. And that wave's like in July. So we know what those 2 figures are, but Hasbro won't tell us what they are. Maybe it'll be on this May the 4th thing, you know?
You know, Jason did that something blue, something new. Was the blue, was this it? Was this the blue? Or was that something else?
The blue was a Black Series thing in the end.
Oh, all right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well.
Anyway, I'm going to get a friend of ours in, Johnny Star Wars.
Oh, nice one.
So this guest has his own YouTube channel called Johnny Star Wars. He does awesome like dioramas and customs and stuff like that. And we thought we'd get him on the stream today. He's a big advocate for 3 3/4 and the vintage collection as well. So let's give him a warm welcome. How you doing, Johnny?
Hi.
All right, mate?
Yeah, nice to see you guys. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, no worries, man. How you doing?
Yeah, all good, all good. Just watching about the figures there. I've been a loose collector of the vintage Star Wars figures for quite some time, but I've missed out on a lot of the cards. I think the first one I bought was the Luke Dagobah. Is it VC44? And that sort of got me into it, and I've been picking up a few now and then. But some of the ones they're re-releasing, sort of that Emperor's Royal Guard figures like that, very expensive now. So to get that as a reissue is sort of up my street, really. But I do understand people's sort of thoughts on getting a lot of these sort of constant repacks.
Yeah.
But that's all good for me. But I think it's just good that we're getting stuff in the vintage collection in the 3 3/4 inch line, because it was a bit dry for a few years, wasn't it, guys?
Yeah.
I mean, did we get more, say, than 6 inch? I did say that in my video, but I can't be sure.
Yeah, we did.
We can't grumble. It's good, isn't it?
I mean, let's talk about it more broadly now. Like, so if we look at the what was revealed, essentially it's 4 repacks, 4 repaints, and this can be classed as a repaint with a new head, can't it? Really, it's a repainted helmet, because I'm pretty sure that most of that figure is the new Luke. So, but I was talking to John Miko about this earlier, and they can't just make a figure and to be done with it. They have to get mileage out of the tooling and out of the sculpt. They have to do it, otherwise it's just not financially viable for them. So you can understand them why they do it. But it would just be nice if we just did get something new as well. I'm kind of thinking they count this as new, because it is a new figure. But we as collectors sit there scrutinizing it, going, I think that's Luke's body actually just painted blue, but
So that's why you're getting that heavy duty battle droid then, isn't it? Little things like that. It's new, but it's not. You know what I mean? But we'll talk about him later. Yeah.
The biker scout.
Yeah. I mean, the Shadow Stormtrooper is what, the 4th time they've used that now, that VC 140. Got the Remnant Stormtrooper, the actual Shadow Trooper. Most of the figure was used for the Mimbam Stormtrooper, I believe.
Yeah. They still looked great, those gaming greats. The card backs were really, really good looking.
See, I wasn't really too bothered about gaming figures, I've got to be honest. I'm more of an OT person. I do like the prequels and what have you as well. But, and obviously the Mando and things like that. The gaming ones for me come last. But when I saw them, I thought, wow, they look...
Yeah.
Like, I did wonder, why can't they put that much effort into actual, when you look at the Bespin Leia card, and maybe it is the aesthetic that they're going for, of that sort of grainy, vintagey look, because back in the 70s and 80s, the cards were, some of the cards were a bit dodgy, and that's the aesthetic they're trying to go for. But when you look at those gaming greats I know they're video game images, but man, they're they're so crisp.
Yeah. Lovely mix of black and white, wasn't it? The Biker Scout one in particular was really nice. But yeah, you've reminded me about the Leia one. That was just such a weird choice. I'm all for it if they've got an image that's not perfect, because some of the first ones when they brought it back in 2018 were just a bit too clean. But that one was just bizarre, wasn't it? So grainy and dark, and like the hand one and the trash compactor.
Yeah, I wasn't initially struck with the gaming great figures, but seeing them sort of what they're going to bring out, they do look very good, I must admit. And I quite like some of the characters you got in the Battlefront games. Some of the soldiers that they had running around, so that might be quite interesting to see down the road.
Yeah, it just opens it up to what they can do, doesn't it? And I was talking to John Miko, the man who runs the Vintage Collection Facebook group earlier, and I just want them to sort of, if they're going to do these repaints and give them, put them out there as new figures, essentially, when we know they're just repaints and they're getting the most out of the sculpts, I just want them to use the profit that they're blatantly going to be making out of those sorts of figures to be put into budget for all new figures. And I don't think you or pin them against the wall to make them say that they'll actually do that. But it'd be nice to get sort of some kind of, I don't know, some kind of backing that sort of says, yeah, we know we're giving you these things that are a bit repetitive, and we know we're dressing them up as new, but don't worry, lots of new stuff's coming, you know?
Yeah.
But
I mean, that'd be nice. Let's hope that's the direction they're moving in, because at the moment we're getting a lot of what you're saying, redressed stuff, and you know, and we've all got budgets, and you know, there's only so much we can buy. So, you know, you just pick and choose figures that you like with the vintage collection and the Black Series, really.
I think part of it is you get some more of the random figures between the sort of movies that come out. You know, when they're sort of between films or trilogies, you sometimes get quite a lot of figures that you wouldn't normally get.
Yeah,
I think sometimes you get the best figures actually.
Yeah, you're right. When there's not something for them to concentrate on.
Yeah, so not sort of working to an agenda all the time, are they? They just sort of get to think, what else could we do?
But that's the problem that they've got now. They're always going to be working to an agenda now, aren't they? Because there's going to be something new all the time. Which is
particularly with the Disney Plus stuff. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's what got me about the gaming greats, because I just figured they've got so many things to do, and then they're making like another thing, another faction or section to take a box off, and there's so many different avenues now. But again, they do look good and they're nice, and I'll be buying them.
And what I was saying about like putting money into new, if you're going to do a gaming greats, then really you need if you're going to be bringing 2 Jedi Fallen Orders characters out, like where's the main dude? You need
so
the
these
main
gaming greats figures. Have all of them been done in the 6-inch line now, or not?
Yeah.
They all have all 4.
They've had even more than that, but yeah, those 4 have. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that.
So.
And what about? Because I'm quite keen to see Rebels make it into the 3 3/4 inch line, but I think that might be on the back of something from Disney Plus, perhaps. So I think all them characters are going to crop up very soon in that.
Never say never, but again, like it's if they're going to do Rebels, they got to do them all, don't they? You can't just go here's Ezra and then leave, and that's it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just think it'd be on the back of when they crop up in these shows.
I'm missing one figure for Rebels in 3 3/4 inch. I've got like the main gang in 5 POA, but I haven't got Hera. Is it Hera? Yeah. You can get her with an A-wing.
A-wing, yeah.
And
it's not that bad. It's not that expensive, really. It's only about 40 quid on eBay.
The difficult one is the original that was, I think it was a twin pack. And you see a lot of these sort of dodgy ones about, I don't know what happened to them. They look pretty dreadful.
Well, if they bring it into the vintage collection, start with Hera. Hasbro, that's the one I need. That's just my selfish desire there. But anyway. Yeah, that A-wing, that X-wing looks great.
They should be producing army builders constantly, get their money worth out of the mold. Yeah, that's essentially what all of those gaming greats are. They're all army builders, aren't they? Every single one of them. And once they've got the perfect stormtrooper, you'd expect them to repaint it in loads of different ways, and that's fine. But we just need other stuff as well. Like if you're going to do gaming greats and you're going to do Jedi Fallen Order, then you need the main guy
characters.
Yeah, well, just the guy that you play as,
Yeah.
Yeah, start with Thrawn there. SWTVC.
SWTVC 5PO doesn't count.
If they brought back Starkiller, on that card back, they do it on Expanded Universe card, wouldn't they? But
same card, yeah.
Makes you think, doesn't it? It'd be great if they could do some more characters on that card, but they wouldn't, would they? They wouldn't be allowed to do it. But like Plagueis and Mara Jade, I've always said about those two in particular. because they were the ones that just didn't make it. They were put in the orange card Black Series.
Yeah.
And it's such a shame because they only did the 7 cards for the expanded universe. And them on a proper card.
That's why I think
that.
That's why I think the a vote for, and you're not going to like this, Nick. That's why I think a vote for Starkiller is a wasted vote, because like I personally think if he doesn't win, he'll come out in the gaming greats anyway.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not, the only reason I voted for him is because it was a hard choice, and I chose him because I'll never forgive myself for selling that duplicate I had. I got for £4 at Tesco.
£4.
And the fact that you can do 2 things with it, it's a bit like Captain Fordo. You can have 2 different variants of it. The X-Wing Pilot 1, and then the other guy with the armor. That's how I prefer him anyway.
Question for you, Johnny, here. How long did it take you to make the Ghost? And is it something you'd want in the
Ghost ship? Yeah, a lot of people like my Ghost ship. I reckon probably from start to finish, it was nearly 2 years, but I had an injury part way through, so I had to sort of abandon it for a while. But I remember it being a two-year project for me. I was trying to get it sort of finished, but I think by the time the second season came out, and then they did change the design of it slightly, which was a little bit annoying, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. But a lot of people like the old Ghost ship.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing, isn't it? And while we're on that subject, you're currently making a Jabba's Palace, aren't you? From the end of the Mandalorian start of Book of Boba Fett, yeah,
I've been working on a bit of that today. So it's just really the sort of throne room setting as a diorama. I've tried to make it modular. There's some fantastic Jabba's Palace dioramas out there, but they tend to be, coffee table size, and you can't deconstruct them. And I'm just running out of space with all this stuff. So I've tried to make this one something that I can sort of pack up and almost put away. But yeah, I've been working on that today a little bit. So I hope to do another video on that soon for you guys.
Yeah, cool. It looks good, man. It looks good.
And, I was working on a Razor Crest, but I've put that to one side, obviously, with the release that's coming out.
You should race them, man. Beat them.
Yeah, I got a fair way through it, but when it dropped that they were going to bring one out, there's no, you can't beat an original release, really. So I might still do a little bit on that, but it'd be sort of maybe like a diorama rather than the ship. But yeah, stay tuned to the channel if you might see that at another time. Yeah,
no, it'd be cool, man. So there's the ship, the X-wing. Sorry, we got sidetracked on the figure itself, but that's the X-wing. It's the repaint of the Luke X-wing, but it does look good. The weathering looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Yeah. I thought the weathering looked good on that.
Does anyone know what kind of astromech he had? Was it an R5 or an R4 2?
It was an R2, and he's got like a blue. I think it's either a blue dome with a red body or a red body with a blue. What? I don't know. Whichever way round. But it's it's an astromech, an R2 unit. Yeah.
I only ask. I've got a spare astromech that's from the Solo line of the Droid Factory thing, the Disney park thing, and he's kind of blue. And he'd look nice maybe in that. Well, you could do whatever you want, can't you, really? But
they need to release the one that goes in it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
So it might have been nice had they packed in the droid.
Yeah.
And then given us
Why
Merrick
aren't you working for Hasbro, Tim? I don't understand.
And then giving us Merrick like in the line so everyone can get him, It's just a bit frustrating, isn't it? I don't know.
Do you reckon Patrick's watching now? He goes, "Oh my God, Tim, you're right. We should have done that." Why didn't we do that?
He might say that, we go, but we'll do it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sure he watches Tim's videos anyway.
Hey, what's that?
I'm sure he watches your videos.
I very much doubt it, mate, to be honest. I very much doubt it. All right, so was that the best thing that came out of yesterday? The Merrick?
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah, it was good. I'm glad it was at the end because I was feeling a little bit.
Yeah.
Just
And there was a bit of news about the Razor Crest, wasn't there? Was anyone else a little bit worried when they said we're just starting the tooling and stuff. I was thinking, hang on a minute, you're supposed to have this out in October, November.
What's
I thought you better get your skates on, guys. Did you think that, Johnny?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's one thing that struck me when he said that. Is I thought that would be well underway by now.
Yeah.
I don't know what the timescales are on these things. They say it takes a year to make a figure, so something like that. I don't know.
Wow. I didn't even think.
It struck me. I was like, hang on a minute. How long away is this? 6 months, is it?
You've got enough money, isn't there, for it?
Yeah. But Sean Solo saying, did you all talk about we're just talking about the Razor Crest now, mate, as it goes. So yeah, it's I mean the photos look great. The paint apps looked, that one image they gave of him walking out the thing looks phenomenal, and all the carbon plot blocks and everything. It looks, there's no doubt when we get it, it's going to be like the best thing ever,
And so when they say tooling, are they just talking about the molds for like mass production after they've done their prototype and everything? So everything's set there.
Yeah. So like so like the metal tooling that they've got to put the plastic in, basically.
Yeah.
And then when they get it out, he was saying, and then we've got to make sure that the cockpit all fits and connects together properly and all this kind of stuff. And I was thinking, God, what happens if you've got like a massive problem with a part of it and it doesn't quite close properly or something? You've got to redo it. I mean, you're not, it's pretty tight schedule, I reckon.
But I thought they got anything like that sorted in the prototype stage, that thing that we were looking at, that everything like that's in place.
Well,
I wouldn't know.
that's what he said. Like he actually said, like, we just got to, the fine tuning. I was thinking, crikey, I would have hoped that,
I mean, once they've got the tools, they'll use any color plastic just to get it.
Yeah.
Check it all, and then they'll start manufacturing it on a large scale to meet the orders.
Yeah, 30,000 of them. So,
wow.
I don't know how long that'll actually take. If they do Starkiller again, will TVC cards say expanded universe? I think it will say expanded universe because when they do the reissues, they keep the cards from the previous wave, which is, it's funny, isn't it? Because every other one that they've brought out from the Legends now, that it has a Star Wars card.
Exactly. I didn't think legally they would be allowed to even do a reissue or something like that. I thought that was in the past, and that's why the value was like going really so far up for these ones.
That's why I think it makes sense to put him in the Gaming Greats, because then they could do a new card back for him with the little game name. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, he would be a shoo-in for the Gaming Greats, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
It's just strange. Anyway, let's have a look at these. Let's have a look at the Gaming Greats figures, because they do look good. Let's start with, we'll look at the card backs first. Here's the first one. I mean, look how crisp the image is. It's just unbelievable.
It's nice, isn't it? I like the Battlefront logo as well, just above the cannon. It looks nice.
Yeah. And the fact that they haven't got the Gaming Greats.
Star Wars, double racetrack.
Yeah.
Very nice. That is definitely one I'd consider getting.
That's one thing I'm really thankful. I'm glad they didn't do that Legends thing. You know what I mean? They did have a prototype of Afra on the Legends card. I'm glad they just went for this, middle of the road. You can't go wrong with it, Star Wars card.
Yeah.
And there he is, straight repaint. But he looks
nice. Good. Yeah, he does.
It does look good as far as battle droids go.
So he's going to be this. I mean, he's what's he called? The heavy duty. That's just obviously his weaponry, I guess.
Yeah, he comes with an extra blaster. Yeah,
he will probably. I wonder if he's going to be as flimsy as that Phantom Menace one, though. That was really spindly, that wasn't it?
Oh,
like really soft.
Well, that rifle probably be quite flexible.
It might weigh him down.
Can't get it up.
Yeah,
but that's like a Stormtrooper rifle.
It's a great weapon. That
I think Tyler is on the SWTVC account today. Looks great, absolutely great. Just wish the droid was better articulated and not so rubbery. He is really spindly. There's no getting away from it. He is, and that's just the one that we've got. I
Sorry, Tim.
I doubt they'll update. I doubt they'll like use any different plastics or anything. It'll just be a straight repaint. I think
maybe if the paint is heavy duty, then that'll keep him up. It'll be like an extra shell around him, make him firm.
Cute, yeah. I haven't bought a battle droid for years, so it's about time I got one.
It does look good in.
Yeah. And
then there's this one. So I watched Chris from Toys of the Jedi, his roundup video, and he said, I don't know whether he heard someone say it, but he's saying it's an all new figure. But me looking at that, like the legs look like the Clone Trooper legs.
Yeah, they are. And I haven't really looked at it in detail, really, to be honest.
They look kind of thin.
Yeah, it's the skinny one that I'm not overly keen on. So, like, you know, they've used it for loads of figures, haven't they? And the helmet must be just the Airborne Trooper, but painted
it is,
black.
Isn't it? I said Neo, didn't I? I think I mentioned Neo. It just reminded me that style, even for an Airborne Trooper, is very much the style that Commander Neo, however you want to pronounce him. That he's got that type of helmet.
So left coast is saying new helmet only. Yeah, maybe it is a new helmet because the Airborne Troopers want a removable helmet.
Oh, okay.
So maybe this one isn't removable. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
No, I know that Tyler likes this one. How many? Tell us how many you've bought of this one, Tyler. And he's saying it is a retooled VC45. I thought it was. Yeah.
Oh, the Clone Trooper.
Yeah.
Mm.
The staff reminds me of the Magna droid.
I was just going to say, and is that the same as? No, it's different. I'm just looking at the Magna Guard on the wall over there. Yeah, completely different. That looks better than actually. It looks like it's actually pulsating around the metal.
All new pauldron and new electro staff. 3 pieces breaks down. Oh, that's cool.
That's got like additional plastic on the. I've never ever opened one of those Magna droids, Magna Guards.
Tyler's bought at least 20 of those.
20.
Wow.
Yeah, but he loves his army building, man.
Wow,
he loves it. He's got a lot of troopers.
What about the rest of us? That's funny, isn't it?
Well, with him and John Miko ordering by the pallet,
crates,
you know, there's nothing for the rest of the people out there, is there? Card back, decent card back. Very nice.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Staff Purge Trooper. So we'll probably get the standard Purge. I think the Gaming Greats Black Series had the normal Purge Trooper. Maybe it wasn't even Gaming Greats. Maybe it came out in the normal line. But they've definitely done just a normal Purge Trooper. He's like black and red, I think.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Sorry, Tim, I'm talking over you there. I don't really like that one as much as the other ones. But he looks slightly more grey, does he not, on the card there? Then the figure looks quite black. But it's just obviously he's reflective. He's in a snowy environment, is he?
Yeah, I think it's the light. Yeah.
That's all right, though. It's good.
My favourite of the 4 is this one.
Oh, yeah.
What a card back that is.
It's just amazing. It's just because I suppose it's a Star Wars card, isn't it? I mean, that's what I like about the Gaming Greats thing. If they had like random names of games at the top and people weren't familiar with it, at least with this, everyone can embrace it. Who loves a Biker Scout and can appreciate a good card back. Wow, it's awesome.
And I think they've gone with a double neck joint on this, isn't it? I think that makes a lot of difference to the figures.
See you later, Bill. Cheers for coming along, mate. Appreciate it. Sorry for the noob question. When can we know who won the TVC poll?
Has that actually gone live? That though,
is that for voting for the between Weequay and all of that lot? Is that what he means?
I presume that's what he means. Yeah.
Yeah, that started on Instagram and Facebook on Hasbro Pulse's channels.
Oh, it's on their Instagram, is it?
You can vote every day. One account. One vote per day per account. Apparently, so you can keep saying the one that you want or change if you really wanted to. Don't know why you would want to do that, but you could do if you wanted to. And I think it runs until sometime, maybe the end of April. I want to say the 29th, but don't quote me on that.
See, I thought that was on their Hasbro Pulse website, so I was looking on the website, nothing there. So it's on their Instagram. Damn it.
Yeah, you have to use the hashtag and then the hashtag of your character.
Right.
Yeah. Hashtag Weequay.
Hashtag Weequay. Sorry, I did
Biker Scout 74 says, "Oh, I've done the wrong one."
Oh yeah, he'll like
behind
this.
the Biker Scout for ditching the gear. Oh, okay. I quite like the gear on him. I think he looks good. There you go. OV Ban Kenobi says 23rd of April. There you go. So that's when it is. Team Weekway.
I remember that Scout Trooper that came out about 15 years ago in a plastic case. It was a
Vintage Saga collection,
something like that. It was like to do a game like Star Wars Battlefront or something like that, because he came with he was like a sniper biker scout from about 15 years ago.
All right.
Yeah, because I got that one as well. So that's what that reminds me of.
These are cool. I don't know if you've played Jedi Fallen Order. They're really good in the game. There's loads of them all the way through it, so it's good that they've done this figure for people that like the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looks good. I like him. Of course, they've used the old Black Series 3.75-inch mold, which I don't know if that's the same one as the Vintage Saga collection. Maybe they've changed it slightly. I don't know, but
well, it's all teed up now. You've had the Leia Endor, Han Endor, and you'll get another Biker Scout probably, won't you? And then it'd be nice if they did Mando as well.
Yeah. And Luke Endor would be nice.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, that more than anything. God Almighty, yeah.
Buddy,
He looks pretty
Hasbro
good.
Pulse on Facebook has a giveaway posted for the Star Wars Vintage Collection Jabba's Sail Barge. Oh, okay. That's cool. If you haven't got one, enter the win. If you put the difficulty on Jedi Master, these guys will kick your butt. Yeah. It's a great game. I played it for like a week. Well, not a week, but here and there for about a week. And I got stuck on a level. I was in these tombs and I just couldn't find my way out. And these sort of like puzzle games do my head in a bit after a while. And I just thought, I'm bored of this now. And then I didn't touch it for months. And then, I had a bit of time. I put it on, managed to find my way out of this place. And then from then on, it is plain sailing. But it is a great game. It's really good.
I tell you something, Tim. There's not many votes going on for Starkiller here, but there's a guy who's voted for Starkiller and he hasn't done #Starkiller. So that's one vote down. Oh my God. It's letting the side down, man.
Schoolboy error.
Oh.
Yeah, so the Scout Trooper's my favourite out of the Gaming Greats, especially the card back.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, man. It's
fantastic looking, that one. Really pleased with that. And then finally, we have the...
I like this one the best.
Force Unleashed Shadow. This is your favourite, is it, BOE?
Yeah.
It is interesting, isn't it? Wait, sorry, man.
They did something like this years ago in a Comet 2-pack.
They did, yeah.
Yeah. With the transparent plastic, or it just but I still like it. It's sort of the neon look. Obviously, it mirrors the Black Series as well, so I think it looks great.
Yeah, no, it does, and it uses the Stormtrooper mold. So
yeah, it's like Star Wars meets Tron.
Yeah, absolutely.
So which figures do we think is number 200 of the new releases? We must be there. I counted them up, and I think 200 will actually go past the wave or with IG-11 and Lando by maybe 2 or 3 figures. So I don't know. I hope they give us something special for it. But
yeah, that'd be awesome. Well, Starkiller was Starkiller. Look for Starkiller again. He was VC 100, wasn't he? Maybe maybe it's destined to be Starkiller. VC 200 will be Starkiller's. No, it won't be. I'm talking rubbish.
I'd like to see someone like the Emperor on 200. It needs to be a good figure, doesn't it? Really.
That'd be a good one. Yeah, number 200, the main bad guy. VC 200.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I
I'll
agree
take
with
that.
Yeah.
So what's because meant to be doing a 4-pack, aren't they, at some point? A new 4-pack?
That's just a rumor, Johnny. That's just a rumor.
Oh, is that a rumor? Okay.
Cannot confirm nor deny.
Okay.
As ever, take it with a grain of salt.
But yeah, there apparently is a 4-pack. Yeah, I don't, could be 4 figures on card, like the 3 skiffs. Could be a 4-pack that's a bit like the 3-packs that we get with the special action figures. I don't know. Could be anything. We just don't know at the moment.
Well, I just thought it was odd that Tungori had that the skiff master guy all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I wondered if that might be showing up some point.
Yeah, that was a weird one, wasn't it? Yeah,
definitely. Just to come out randomly with a whole load of those.
And they haven't disappeared, have they? They go out of stock, then there's more. It's funny, isn't it? I think Sci-Fi was after one, and then he was like, "Oh, they bloody sold out." And I went on there, and I was like, "Go, go, go, go! They're on again. Get in there." It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's the figure. He's a cool looking figure.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And
very Tron-esque.
So that's it for the reveals. So we can just sort of talk about them now. So as I say, we've got seven figures and a figure so 8 figures if you include. No, sorry, eight figures, and then Merrick in the thing. So 9 figures essentially, and none of them are really new, particularly, I guess. And I think that's what a lot of people are disappointed about. I think people are saying, "Oh, the vintage collection's still going backwards. I don't really care about it and all this." And I don't know. It was yesterday, wasn't it? I actually felt really good about the reveals. There isn't anything particularly new, but just the fact that they've done the gaming greats, it shows that it's something they tried in the Black Series. It obviously worked in the Black Series. Obviously made a bit of money out of it, and they thought, right, now we'll do it in the vintage collection. So, it's for me, at least they're doing something and trying something new. Of course, I would much rather than concentrate on the 96. Of course, I would, or some new figures from that we haven't got yet from the Mandalorian and season 2. Bo-Katan, of course, people like that, obviously. But
yeah,
they'll come, man. They'll come. It's just, they've got to also give us this stuff. I think otherwise, I think everyone just knows that basically repacks are part of collecting. It's just part of the line. We just got to deal with it.
I think the problem is just for myself, just because I've been wishing and hoping for so long now since it came back, and that's 3 years now. So it's just a little bit of frustration. I was very happy with to see so much coming out or whatever. As you say, although it's a repack, it's still promising, and you just got to be a bit patient for a bit longer.
Yeah, so John Migo said, yeah, there is a pattern. Yeah, carbonized. They worked in the Black Series, bring them into the vintage collection. The carbonized one sort of that sort of, for me, it was like, we haven't got any new figures ready to give them. We just got to give them something. So we'll just we'll just put the carbonized figures in there, but repaint the ones we've got. And I would much rather have these Gaming Greats figures than the carbonized figures, personally. I don't know about you. I don't need a shiny Mandalorian when I've got the Mandalorian, but I would love a Shadow Stormtrooper, and even if it is still a repainted figure that we've already got, they're using the same mold. That to me isn't as big a rip-off, if you like, as just getting the Mandalorian and carbonizing them. I mean, what is even that? What is it, carbonizing? I was not happy about those. I've got them on my wall. I would. If they said they were never going to do those again, I wouldn't be bothered at all. The carbonized.
See, the irony is of the carbonizing is that they should have used that technology to do something with that Mando that came out. The one that was the clean Mando. If they splashed that with whatever carbonization method they used for the others, it would have given it that metal look, you know, and that's why that's what I loved about that Gina figure. I preferred the carbonized one because, you know, she wasn't carbonized, the skin wasn't. It was just the armor had a really, you know, metallic look to it. You know, it was really good.
I just want to see a shiny C-3PO.
Yeah,
that's right. Reflective.
Walter Abraham says, "Be honest, Tim. We all know you want a TVC Babu Frick." No. Or a Ponkrell. No.
Black. What did he say?
Chris Curran, thank you for the super chat, my friend. I appreciate that. Does anyone have physical evidence that the orange pill Boba Fett? I don't think there's any physical evidence. We only have what Patrick said to go by, and he could just be, I don't know, he could be wrong. And he could just have been, or he could be a genius, and he's got us all in a massive furore about this orange Fett.
Hunting for something. Oh my gosh.
I thought you got the orange one, Tim, because you used it as your thumbnail.
Well, it's the only image. No, but that's the thing. Hasbro haven't given us a official image of the yellow one.
Yeah.
Someone else mocked that up.
Yeah.
So they never actually said, you know, we're changing it and here's the new image. They didn't ever do that. So I had to use the orange one because it's the only decent image at the time.
Your photography is so good. I thought you were going to do it on your own background, do your own little photo, or, you know, your white backdrop. Just anyway.
No, it's clickbait. It's clickbait, mate. I wanted. I'm joking.
That's it, isn't it? No, it'd be interesting to see when one turns up, and you know, who will it be? It'll be on YouTube. Maybe somebody has one, and they just haven't bothered to publicize it.
If anyone's going to have one, it'll be John Miko, because he's ordered, like, you know, probably 2/3 of the run of the Fets. So if anyone's going to have it, it'll be him.
Could you pull up Esquilax's comment there, Tim? Esquilax.
How
far? I haven't decided. Vote Starkiller, he said.
Oh yeah.
Where is it? Where is it?
Oh, come on, Tim. You know where it is.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there we go.
There he is.
It's a wasted vote.
It's just for those people who might have everything already loose and carded, and then at least you've got that other option of having the figure again, because it's 2-in-1. Never forget, 2-in-1. That figure. Yeah,
and we are absolutely glad for the running change with the digital readout. I mean, when I first got that figure, how many Fets have they done with that digital readout on the chest, and they I actually couldn't believe that it was missing. And I know, like, it's easy to moan about figures and stuff, but that is like a big miss, isn't it? So people are starting to see that turn up now with the digital readout on the thing. So it'll be a case of, like, which one's going to be the rare one now? The one without. Yeah, there's a variant on. It's a bit like the red and plain scar of Dr. Evazan.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Or
did they do the readout on the 5POA one, the one that came with the Han Solo? Did they get it right on that?
The 5POA one, that was a superb figure. That was. I'm quite interested to compare the two, actually, to see if the new one is still got that same high level of detail.
I always thought the head was too big on that one. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I always thought it was just a little fraction too big, that helmet, but it still looked great. But I don't know.
Yeah, no, I really like the sculpt on that. Yeah, I'm interested to compare them two together.
David L, thank you very much, mate. Appreciate the support. I love those 3 3/4 gaming greats figures, A+++. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you know, the vintage collection's for everybody. Not everybody that collects a vintage collection is wants the OT, wants the 96. I'm sure they do, but it's probably not on as high on some people's agenda. Some people love the gaming figures. Some people want those. So it's a case of just, like, you know, catering for everyone in some way. As I say, I wasn't overly bothered about them, but after seeing them, I think they're great. So
it's the way Hasbro just spreads the word about Star Wars. You've got the gamers, you've got the guys that watch Disney Plus, you've got the old timers, you know.
Yeah.
So
John Miko says Weequay sends a message. Yeah, if you go onto the Facebook group, John Miko's Facebook group, he has a whole post about why it should be Weequay, and a lot of very good points in there. And there is also a campaign that they started to get Velkan Tazeri made. So like a petition, because Hasbro, Patrick mentioned that they're making Blue Leader and Merrick off the back of a campaign. A campaign, by the way, that only got like 800 votes or something. It wasn't like a massive, success. So it wasn't just that got it. It's like the whole community just basically saying, we want one of the best characters from Rogue One in the line, please.
Yeah.
What
were some of the main points that Miko was saying? I haven't read that post. I haven't seen that.
Well, he was saying that basically it's an alien, it's a skiff, so it's like it's a background character. So the whole vintage collection is was originally brought back apparently for background characters. That's what they originally said. To complete the cantina and stuff like that. That's what they. But obviously it changed.
Massive on the secondary market as well.
So like if Weequay won, it would show them that everyone wants this background character that's in it for like 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, I see. That's a big point. Well, I've already made the video now, but I did say and that would be my absolute number 2. And the only reason I chose the other guy was, as I said, just because you've got that flexibility with the figure. But no, and do you know what as well? I was talking with Chris from Toys of Jedi about Starkiller, and he was saying about there's a few issues he's got with the actual figure, the mechanics of it, the hips or whatever. But that Weequay also, he doesn't have the ball joint hips, does he?
He doesn't.
And also, he's got those terrible joints at the back. They're like grey, the plastic. Like if they did bring him out again, you'd hope they would, rectify at least those hinges.
Yeah, well, they didn't with Zutton.
No.
So
they're not gonna.
Although they have done with the Scout Trooper. Have you seen that? The Scout Troopers. Let's go back to an image. See if I can just get to him. I don't know if you can see on there.
The shoulders.
Yeah, the shoulder isn't black. The hinge
yeah.
isn't black. So that's something at least.
Doesn't matter really too much with Weequay. It's only if you're seeing him from behind the back of his legs. But
I don't.
Once you know,
sorry. I don't think it's one of these characters that necessarily needs ball jointed hips, particularly. I mean, they used a lot of his body for Verdane, didn't he? And that's a good figure. So,
well, once you know something like that, like the Zutton or Rike, it's going to bother you for the rest of while you have the figure. It's always going to bother you because of the wrong color joints and stuff like that. It's just one of those things. It's human nature. Yeah,
it's an interesting fact there. The stats there from John Miko.
Yeah, he comes out with a few sort of good points about it, and I can exactly understand the rationale behind sending a message to Hasbro in that way. And like, if Weequay was to, I mean, let's get this straight, right? Before we go on about it anymore, they should just release them all. That should be a flipping wave. You shouldn't be getting a wave of Peasant Anakin and Queen Amidala. You should be getting that. But of course, we all know that's what a collector's wave would be, not like them trying to get new people into the line. You know what I mean? Because a person in the line might not be after those ones straight away. It's only once they're in the line and they go, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting that Ahsoka. $600? You're crazy. I can't get that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because they don't know, do they? So,
I mean, I've made the video, Tim. It's uploaded, but that's the first thing I say in it. Actually, I say first things first. All these should be coming out again.
Yeah. They should just do them all. That should be a wave, and it's just crazy. Like, I mean, the weird one for me was the tank driver, because over here you can get him for a $5 in the Entertainer, but I believe that he's as rare as the Commander in the States. They didn't even get that wave on the in the stores, so a lot of people still need that tank driver. So a lot that guy has a little bit of support. But when you're looking at the others, I mean, it's like you can say, right, if you're voting for Ahsoka, you're not voting for the figure because the figure's crap. You're voting because the card back's $600. That's why you're voting for that, because the people that haven't got that one are like, well, that's the way I'm going to get it for $13 instead of
who wants it carded.
Yeah. The same could be said for the Old Republic Trooper, although that is a great figure to have loose. It's an army building figure. It's a great card back as well.
But like I said, like, had we not had that splashed all over the UK that time, 2 years ago, I would definitely be voting for that.
Yeah.
The Entertainer. Yeah.
Yeah. We were just really lucky. And that didn't happen for in America. They didn't get it, did they? Because they were buying it off us on eBay. But it's funny, isn't it? It's just ironic that they lay out on the table finally they acknowledge some figures that need desperately repack and reissue and bringing back, and you got to vote for it. It's crazy.
Yeah, you got to vote for something, and it doesn't happen until 2022 either. Like,
yeah, it's a long way off.
But like that black suit, they did it for the black suits, didn't it? And which one won? It was Cody, wasn't it? Cody won.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I didn't look closely enough if some of the other figures that were in that maybe top 10 got released as well later on. I don't know. It would be a good indication for them, wouldn't it? It's like, let's put this poll out there, and the one that wins we'll give them because we've promised that. But now we've got like a good idea of like maybe 4 or 5 figures. But then they're telling you which 5 you've got to vote from. It's a bit. I don't know. It'd be quite nice. It'd be quite nice if we could vote somehow. It'd be a big vote, but it'd be quite nice if we could vote for a wave of repacks, maybe.
Yeah,
it'd be quite different. There'd be a lot of figures around. Like as in numbers.
That would be so complicated though, because there might be some gems in each one. It'd be like, oh my god, you'd be tearing your hair out. Which one do I go for here? Divisive, wouldn't it?
But when I saw them, apart from the tank driver, I was like, man, that's a hard choice. It is a hard choice because, as I say, there's different reasons why they've all got something going for them, really, of why you'd want them back. So,
yeah. So was the Commander more available in the US? Because that's the one that we find expensive,
tough,
wasn't
it? I think it's equally as hard.
Both of them, right? Amazing. Because obviously I did a deal with Jesse. He gave me the Darth Sidious Revenge of the Sith standard card back, and we did a trade. I gave him the Range Trooper and that tank driver because it was nothing. I got it for £5, and I thought that was a really good deal. But actually, over there, it's worth a fortune or whatever, isn't it?
Be nice if they just gave us all of the vote as a wave. Yeah, absolutely. That's what we just said. They. As I say, it's just amazing when they came up on screen, as she was saying, and you can vote between this one. I was thinking, you've just listed possibly like 4 of the most wanted, shouted about repacks going. Every time they release a repack wave like Queen Amidala, people always bring up Ahsoka, Republic Trooper, Weequay. It's the same names every time.
Well, here's a question for you, Tim. What would you consider something they left out of that repack wave then that you would have in there that's, rare and much needed? I've just seen something here myself, which I'm sure might be of interest. I couldn't think for a minute, but it's a good job I'm sat in here because obviously that helps. But that would be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I was thinking about that.
Jesus, yeah.
Bespin Leia.
Talking, yeah. Utah Don. Utah Don. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah.
That's a great figure.
It's a great figure and it's a great card as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a really good Luke had that. I wish they'd used that again somehow. Or...
Yeah.
I like to steal the bounty hunters back in the vintage line.
Yeah.
Didn't a couple of those, weren't they on sort of special cards or something for a while only?
General Grievous and Shea Bisley, yes, Daniel Chart, and sorry, it was that Isaac V. Yeah.
Grievous. John Miko saying the Echo Base Trooper. Man, that's a massive shout. Massive shout. Arc Trooper Commander Fordo, yeah. Especially with the show just being released on Disney Plus,
I saw Fordo went for 100. I think it was a Star Action Figures auction. I'd been watching it and I was looking at my ended list a couple of days ago and he went for 100, which is like a big jump up for him.
Wow.
He was always more affordable, him, as opposed to, you know, others like Shea Vizsla was always the most expensive.
And then you got people like this, figures like the Sand Trooper. But I think if they're going to do the Sand Trooper, they need now it would be a new figure.
Oh yeah.
But that
yeah.
VC 112 is it? I think that's pretty.
Orange Pauldron.
Yeah,
that's a great figure.
Yeah, he's hard to get a hold of. So,
I mean, even Cody as well. He's shot up, and that's also another really good figure that you'd want loose. You know, not just to have it carded, to get it out again so people can open the thing. You know what I mean? Have it.
Yeah, I don't have a Shea Vizsla on card at all.
Oh, Grievous as well.
The expanded universe ones I never really sort of hunted down, and I wish I did because, you know, I was too busy getting all the others. So
there's one figure in the expanded universe I always really wanted to have loose, and it's that Yuzon Von guy, him, not Bomb Vin Din. Forgot his name. Nomano.
Yeah.
Him.
No, come on.
I mean, no. The thing is that he's my least favorite, right? Least favorite card back. But that figure, if you look at it, I don't know if it's the He-Man fan in me, the boy in there wants to see that figure because it reminds me of Skeletor. But
yeah,
it looks a great figure.
He's not. It doesn't.
You know, like that one.
It's just not Star Wars.
It isn't, is it? I agree.
It is He-Man.
I agree.
Doug Noth's got a good one here. The Magna Guard.
Yeah,
expensive.
Oh, yeah.
General Grievous.
Grievous, yeah, definitely Grievous.
Great figure as well. I mean, Tungori's got him right now as well. So, you know, what does it all mean? Usual Mike was saying in my comments about that as well, I think, or somewhere when I spoke to him. What does it mean?
Adam Cranky Rancor's put Hasbro should just be concentrating on the 96 first. And that's the thing. Everyone's got like their opinion on what they should be doing, and you know, if they just came out and said, right, this year we're just going to get the 96 done, you know, I'd be happy with that. Of course I would. But then there's other people that like the games, there's other people that like the prequels, there's other, you know, everyone likes different stuff. So
I just wanted at least one, like say if they just said Lobot or anything, Maiden or Tessek. Anything I would have been a lot happier with that reveal thing last night.
Bespin Guard.
Yeah. Yeah. With a removable hat.
Yeah, it was very disappointing with the 40th anniversary for Empire that we didn't get a lot of those figures, I must say.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a wind up, to be fair.
I mean, even things like FX7 could have happened, couldn't they?
That would be such a great card.
That point in time was, I think, the worst time to be a vintage collection fan. Like the reveals were crap. We were getting nothing, and they totally missed the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back. It was a dire time.
Particularly the fact they did the carbon freeze chamber and they didn't have the characters to go with it. That's you know what they're thinking of sometimes. I don't know.
They should have followed the thing of the Jabba's Palace, 2 figures in there with it, you know.
Yeah.
You had Han Carbonite and you had Reese. You could have had, you know, whatever, Ugnaught, Lobot, Lando. They're giving us Lando now, but still it would have been a bit more impactful if they put it into that.
Yeah,
definitely.
And they got the sculpts from the Legacy collection, so you know.
Yeah, oh yeah.
For the Ugnaughts they have, yeah.
You didn't even get the control panel with it, did you? That come with the Ugnaught. To buy a £100 Ugnaught to get a control panel.
Yeah, they could have put all of that onto a vintage card, innit? With the accessory.
Ice Cream Guy.
Oh,
Hood,
yeah.
That would be awesome. That
the freezing chamber, man. That's just like you'll know, Nick. We knew about that for ages before it got announced, before it even came out, but we didn't know what it looked like. And the whole speculation about what's going to be packed in it, because if it's going to be like the Jabba's Palace with 2 figures, like you say, and I don't think I've ever been so let down when I saw that.
Yeah,
I just thought
And Stormtrooper.
It's not you're not ready for it to come out, and the quality of it was poor. Like it was very spindly. It was a bit crap, and I just thought, it's too early for you to bring this out because you haven't got enough ready for it. Like if they brought it out in when the Lando's going to be ready, and we've got Bespin Leia, then that's half all right. You'd still be missing the Ugnaughts. You'd still be missing the Bespin guards. But at least you've got a bit more. But the fact is, when they brought that thing out, you had nothing to go with it. Crazy.
But it's like a waste of space, that piece as well. I still haven't done anything with it yet. It's still on the floor in the other room, and I will set it up eventually when I've got another one of those IKEA glass table things. But yeah,
I think they could have done so much more with that. I think they could have charged so much more for it, and why it isn't got LEDs in it, I do not know.
It's good.
Daniel Chart says, wouldn't it be great if the rumored 4-pack is a Cantina character? Man, well, that would be, like utopia, but don't get too excited. That's all I can say. I don't know what it is, but you're hoping for that. I mean, that would be flipping awesome.
I actually, speaking of Cantina, Tim, and I haven't told you this, BOE. Usually I run these things by you, but Daniel Chart knows this. But I got myself that commemorative tin, the Cantina band.
Wow.
Oh, right.
Figuring
cool.
Dan. I got it from America. And it's, what is it now, £69, which is a lot of money. But it's all in, including the import tax and all of that. So, you can divide it by how many members there are. Is it 6? 6
5.
members, is it? 5? Oh, well, but it's still, I wanted him, so I got it.
Mm.
Is the figure updated from the one that you got in the mail away?
I think it's the same.
Is it?
Apparently they are updated though. The paint application is. I read that or heard that
on the head. It might maybe on the head.
Know. Someone might know in the chat, but I'm sure I watched a video or something.
Because the original one came out around in the 90s, didn't it?
Oh, do you know something, the BOE? I actually thought I'd have a little look around for the price of them. They're actually more money than the commemorative tin ones. I think I might be wrong, but anyway, I couldn't see anything cheaper.
Well, there's ones that came in a pack on the card that are electronic that fellow figure collector says are really expensive.
Oh right, James.
He says they're like really rare, like because you can press the button and it plays the band music on the card. So
he's disappeared again.
Yeah, but he's got video about them. He say like they're like some of the rarest cards to get. Because I think you got them from Disney.
All right,
but the original band member was a fan club thing. You had to send off for it. So I think
that's the one I've got. I've got a couple in the white boxes.
Yeah, that's what I got as well. Yeah. Because they come with 5 instruments each, don't they? So you can choose which instrument they play.
Yeah. In a little baggie. Yeah.
I'll be honest. I bought that band because I want to set up a photograph of them playing, like doing a rooftop gig like the Beatles. And Savile Row or whatever it was. Apple. On the roof of the barge. Sorry.
Yeah.
I want to set that up.
That'd be great. Yeah.
RKW1138 says, Tim, what will you ask Hasbro at the next Q&A? So the good news is that I am going on the next Q&A on Tuesday, which is very good. And I have to have 5 questions, and they have to relate to the reveals, which is a bit harsh because there's so much I really want to ask them, which are completely unrelated to the reveals. So that the questions have to be relevant to the reveals. So I've got a few questions. If anyone wants to send me, I've got to submit my questions by tomorrow 5 p.m. EST. So if anyone wants to email me, tim@boskbounty.com, a question that you think I should ask. I've got a good idea what I'm going to be asking.
Make them tough.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's different. It's difficult to make them tough when it has to be about the reveals, isn't it? It's like, there's only so much I can ask. Like, why are you repacking 8 figures? while they all
Did you see how upset we were when we watched? Yeah, no. Well, no, we weren't upset. We weren't upset.
Chris says, I'm going to try and make Tim laugh in the queue. Don't, please, mate. I'll be sitting there biting my nails. You're like a seasoned pro going on those things. Did you see Chris, by the way? He was on the, at the end of the Hasbro thing, and they had the fans on it, and you had the guy from Jedi News. He was like on one of the screens. Did you see it, Nick?
I didn't see that bit. No, was that? I think I might have clicked. Was it right at the very, very end? I stopped watching.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Chris was one of them. One of like the fans watching. It was awesome.
And Jedi News. What's that guy called again?
Oh God, I'm rubbish at names. No,
I thought he was Nick, but it's not Nick, is it?
I think it is Nick.
Is it Nick?
No,
he was on that program, wasn't he?
Nick at In Demand Toys. Nick Only One Kenobi. There's too many Nicks.
Yeah.
Adam Paulus.
No.
He's famous.
Yeah,
he was on that show. That was an amazing program. That when he got the whole collection, moved it to
James
the warehouse.
Burns. Thank you, Chris. James. Right. Thank you. God,
that was awesome. It's off YouTube. That as well. I was trying to find it the other day, and it's not on anymore. But he had a lot of stuff.
Tim, ask them why no Carl Catan or Dash Render. I mean, one of my, I don't want to spoil it. What I'm going to ask, but yeah, I was planning on sort of expanding on like. Now that you're doing the gaming greats, are we going to, essentially see some potentially new ones? If they're a success, does that mean potentially we could see some new, like Cal Kestis and whatever? But I'm sure other people might ask that anyway. So, but yeah, I've got 5 potential questions, and one of the questions I've allowed my Patreon supporters to sort of decide what we ask as well, to get the community involved, and it's not just me turning up with what I want to ask. I wanted to sort of make sure that the actual sort of fan base get their voices heard as well. Do you know what I mean? So at least one of the questions is going to be from those guys, which we're all trying to sort of decide what that is and pick. But yeah, it'd be interesting. It'd be good fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I will record it on Zoom as well. So hopefully on the Tuesday night, if I'm allowed, I'll put the recording of it on my YouTube channel, so you can watch it. You can watch me sitting there going, while everyone else asks, while everyone else asks their questions.
Ted has got a great question. Ask Patrick what hair gel he uses.
Same as you. Yeah, same as usual, Mike.
Open questions. I can imagine Patrick saying yes. I don't, the whole Patrick thing, like, to me, it's a guy just doing his job. I don't like all the personal stuff. Like, it's okay to like have a bit of a joke and everything, but he gets a lot of stick, and he's just the marketing guy. Do you know what I mean? He's just doing his job, man. It's it's a bit of a thankless task, isn't it? I don't think he decides.
Shooting the messenger, isn't it, almost?
Yeah, I don't think he decides what figures get made. He probably has an input in it.
They're like the public. It's public relations, isn't it? It's just that they are the presentation to the public, the picture. Yeah.
He's the face of.
Yeah, and it must. And it also, I don't know about you guys as well. If like in your jobs, you've had to do Zoom calls. Like I had to do a presentation on Zoom, and I'm in my house. And it's a bit like I'm here now. I'm talking to a flipping screen with some people on it. And when you're at work doing it and there's like 30 people listening to you, it's, there's a lot of like umming and ahhing, because you're nervous, man. You're trying to, and it's just difficult talking to a screen. It must be hard, man. And you can even tell like the people that were doing the presenting on the Hasbro Pulse Fan Fest thing. She wasn't always looking at the camera because they're not TV people. Do you know what I mean? They're not trained for this. They're usually like at a convention talking to you face to face, So it must be difficult for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I did a video that was very whiny, but I said in my video, I said, I don't blame these people. And I said, because they all look really nice people, and they most likely are. But
yeah, Chris says, thank you, Tim. He's a nice and genuine. I've never talked to him. I've met him, but I didn't actually talk to him personally. I was standing there when he has been interviewed by someone else, and he seemed okay, And at the end of the day, he is just a bloke doing his doing his job. And if I was doing that job, I would not like all the crap that he gets. So, but yeah, I'll probably get called a shill for saying it, but whatevs.
I think Disney call a lot of the shots on that stuff anyway that comes out, don't they?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, of course they do. Lucasfilm are massively involved with what gets done and what doesn't.
Yeah,
hugely.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone would agree that the Star Wars team misses Steve Evans.
Yeah.
And they're like big shoes to fill, weren't they? So,
for all we know, when the Razor Crest did get blown up, they might have been totally unawares as much as everybody, because the whole thing's so tightly sealed, isn't it? That when it blew up, Patrick might have been at home going, "Oh my god, what?" I don't know. I don't know how far it stretches, that kind of information.
I think the Razor Crest will be back anyway at some point, in some form.
you reckon?
Yeah.
I don't think it's the only one, is it?
Yeah.
There was one in the Rise of Skywalker, wasn't there? No, the
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens, parked next to the Falcon, wasn't there? That was quite interesting. Patrick's the only one that seems to be listening. Is why he's getting all the heat. Guy needs a raise. I wouldn't go that far, Sean. Nah, he's I just think he just gets a bit too much slack or crap, as it were. Bike Scout, I met Patrick very briefly at Celebration. He seemed completely disinterested when I asked him a question. Probably just caught him off on an off moment. Yeah, and I imagine he has a lot of people asking him a lot of stuff, and probably a lot of repeated questions as well. I would imagine he probably has to repeat himself quite a lot. I would imagine. I want a cap like Tim's. If you want a cap like mine, you just make it. This is a patch from Padawan. I always shout him out.
That's how he rolls.
Padawan Bear on Instagram does amazing patches, and I just sewed it onto a hat. So get onto Instagram. They're super cheap. It'll be with you in a week, and you can just do what you like with it. Put it on a t-shirt, on a bag, whatever you like. Now, Daniel.
He always has to spoil it, doesn't he?
Isaac V has asked about the hat as well. Yeah, so yeah, it's just a Padawan Bear patch. Go grab yourself one.
I got a couple of figures the other day, Tim. By the way, were you talking about Ram? Is it Ram Kota?
Oh, him.
Okay. Is that right?
He's from the Legacy.
I thought Tim had frozen then.
No,
he hasn't, has he? Yeah, they're from the 30th anniversary. I got Maris Brood as well, and I've already got Juno Eclipse, but I got another one of her. I've not got the 30th anniversary one though. I bought these off, Tatooine Customs, that guy, and also the Shadow Emperor's Shadow Guard as well. So they're all Force Unleashed. They're all quite good. I can't wait to open them, especially that. Is it Ram Kota?
Ram.
He's the guy. He's blind, isn't he? He's a bit like Kanan, isn't he? I'm sure he's blind, isn't he?
Are they 30th anniversary, right?
Yeah, 30th anniversary. And Maris Brood as well. She had something to do with that scene. I'm sure Shaq T there's a cut scene or, one of the movie scenes, and she's there with Shaq T in that jungle. I'm sure there's a Rancor as well, maybe.
Anyone else sat here waiting for only one to introduce Mike? Oh, it's Mike, and here's Mike.
Oh, no, I don't. I know. I'm sorry. No, I only ever introduce BOE.
BOE.
Yeah, it's going to be done.
BOE. Go for it.
It's too late now.
Oh,
no,
sorry. Full sport.
We've been doing an hour and a half in.
I'll introduce myself.
Yeah.
From now on.
Chris, Mark Shabby Geek, love your channel, cracks me up. Yeah, Mark Shabby Geek is one of, if not the nicest person in the community.
He's the heart of Star Wars. He's the heart of Star Wars collecting.
He is.
Yeah.
The passion. Brilliant.
Yeah.
The love.
Big time.
The glue that bonds us all together.
Yeah.
You'll probably say, "Oh, Chris Swasgate, thank you so much. That's made my day, that has." He's so funny, man. Brilliant. I said to Jan,
Quick puff on his vape.
Oh yeah, that's right. He does, doesn't he?
But
no, man, you don't gang up on people like that.
Look, he said it. Look, the Mark Shabby. Whoa, thank you so much.
Star Wars. No props, Mark. You're a good lad, man. You're a good friend. Bit like In Betweeners. Woo, friend.
That, yeah, music. I need to get a copy of that music, Shabby.
Jen's still the boss.
And they had a great
Jen is the
guest. They had a great guest on their show last night. The guy that was the Wookiee in Solo.
I'm on the bevy. Only one. Are you on the bevies?
Yeah, I am. I don't often sup on anything really in these things, but and I don't often drink cider, but that's pear cider. Quite enjoying it.
Isaac
and yeah,
Villa
he
says,
was also Snoke as well, that fellow. I watched that last night. He was more than the Wookiee, wasn't he? He was the physical embodiment of Snoke in The Last Jedi.
Yeah, awesome guest to have on your show, man.
That was pretty cool.
HasLab next project is the Ewok Village playset. Do you know something we do not know? I mean, that would be pretty cool. A lot of people don't like the Ewoks, so do they? I like the Ewoks.
It's not that I don't like Ewoks. I can't things like that. Just vegetation, is it, and tree stumps and things. It doesn't really float my boat. Really, it's sooner a vehicle or something.
No, because I reviewed from episode 1 this Galoob Micro Machines Sacred Place playset, and it's got grass and plastic. You know, it's got the environment, and it just looks so good. You know, you got the little Jar Jar figure, you got the little Boss Nass, all that sort of stuff, and you film it. It just looks so good. I mean, it's a sort of, and if they did the Ewok Village with, you could populate it with some Ewoks and vegetation, it would just be amazing.
You could have the logs that do all that. And,
hit the AT-AT.
Re-release the ATST. There you go. Hasbro re-release the ATST. And the rest of the Ewoks.
You think
the
amount of the 96 that are Ewoks? You got Chief Chirper, Logray, Lumat, Warwick, Paplu, Womba, so many of them. So
Dagobah with another painted X-wing. I don't think it'll ever be Dagobah in a HasLab personally. Watch Mike all the time. He does a great job and is genuine. He is indeed, Tim. You are absolutely right, my friend. There it is. There's Ewok Village. The vintage one. Classic. I never had that as a kid. Always wanted it. I mean, it's good.
It got repurposed and used in the Robin Hood line as well, didn't it? In 91, 92.
Mark Shabby Geek says, are you surprised there are still no sequel figures released? I'm not surprised, no. It's what's he doing? What's only one doing? He's doing a voice message.
I was just yeah.
Are you surprised there's still no sequel figures released in the Vintage Collection Black Series? No, I'm not surprised. It's like flogging a dead horse. No, I'm only joking. They would make some good figures from it, but I just think it's like in the back of their minds at the moment. That
it's 8:30 a.m. there for Cranky Rancor. That's funny.
On a Sunday morning.
I like that name there that came up before. It was really good.
Thank you, Tim Cannon. Appreciate that.
So I can see
the Tonica sisters. Yeah, Lamar, man. I don't think they'll ever happen. I don't think they'll ever happen. All right, then, guys. So, right, let's do your what do you want for the rest of the year? What's things that aren't announced? What would you love them to do in the second half of the year? Go. Only one.
Oh no, I'm not. I was going to prepare that, Tim. I'm sorry. Can you come back to me? I'm sorry. I was going to sort that out earlier.
Do you know the Death Star droid from Rogue One? Because it's got a different type of visor to the one that was in the original trilogy.
So, has it?
Yeah, because it's got a more squared visor. So that one from Rogue One, vac metalized. If they're ever going to do vac metalization, Death Star droid.
Yeah.
What other characters? I mean, if they're going to do the 96, I'm definitely in favor of the Emperor because obviously I spent a fortune buying a vintage Emperor. So, you know, I'm definitely in favor of that. Then again, I got the Admiral Akbar. That cost a bomb as well. And they're bringing that out again. So I shouldn't be so against that card. Luke Farmboy. Got great pictures here. Look at this.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see.
On the gunner.
Absolutely.
The gunner card is so nice. That one, the Return of the Jedi card is nicer than the Trilogo, I think. If you can see it.
Yeah. I wouldn't be that, but I'm with you, BOE. I wouldn't be bothered if they didn't put it on the classic card. It's more with him. It's more about giving us a figure that we need, actually a figure that
a decent figure.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Definitely.
What about you, Johnny?
Luke Farmboy would be the number one figure for me. Possibly would like to see some more play sets. I'd love to see a Cantina play set at some point. It's good that we're getting the play sets now.
Cantina play set would be an ultimate. That'd be so good.
Yeah.
But then, that's the thing, like they couldn't half do it. They've got to. I always think that maybe that's like a HasLab project, maybe, because they always go on about figures that maybe wouldn't do well at retail, and some obscure Cantina alien may not do well at retail. I don't know. Probably not. Maybe HasLab could be used for something like that, where it's like 12.
I think if they were to really do a good job on it, HasLab, if they really went to town on it, that could be a HasLab project. I was just thinking of something that's part of the original trilogy that we're not seeing yet. So we got obviously the hallway.
Oh god,
it's the Jabba's palace we got, but that would be good. Maybe as a play set, sort of the Bespin Duel, Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. That'd be quite a nice play set to get, I think.
Scuba Pete in the chat there.
Scuba.
My name is Crichton, sir. Series 4000 Meganoid. The nearest planet with an S3 atmosphere is 6 hours away, but we only have enough fuel for 5 hours flight. I don't think this will be a problem, though, because we only have enough oxygen for 7 minutes. Brilliant Crichton, isn't he? So funny. 3 3/4 inch Crichton. That's what you want.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Yeah. Alrighty. Is it my turn, Tim?
Yeah, go for it.
Is it me? So I've only just written this now, but since he was fresh on my mind, and I got a Power of the Jedi version of him, and I was going to do a wish list video on Tessic, Squid Face.
Oh, Squid Head, yeah.
I really like it, only because you've got Reeves. You need him. I don't know if they are related in terms of business, what their backstory is, but I just think you've got to have those two together. Sugar. I forgot about Bib Fortuna. He's not on my list, but you could have him as well. Yeah, Lobot, I wrote down here. Lobot. He's like a political figure, isn't he? But, I just think that would be really cool since you've got the freezing chamber set. Luke Farmboy, without question. Dooku, I've written down again. I'll put Dooku on my list forever, really, until it happens. And I haven't thought about this for a while, but I put Biggs down there. They've been bringing back all these figures. You got Akbar and blah-de-blah. Well, the thing about Biggs is if they gave you that Black Series one again, at least you're getting something new. It's a repack, but it's new because you've never had him on that card back, Star Wars card back. That would be awesome. And you've got the X-Wing of Biggs that you've had already. Yeah. So, anyway, that'd be cool. Imagine that, a Biggs VC card back.
There's quite a few figures from that Black Series line that really should and could be brought forward.
I mean, fair play to them. They have ticked a lot of boxes there. They've done Reuse was one of those people that were in that category of, I did a whole video on that as well. What's, started on VC, gone to Black Series and vice versa, and just what hasn't been done at all, in either, whatever.
My big want for this year, of course, I mean, I'm in my mid-40s, so I'm obviously an OT person, and I could quite obviously say that I want Bib Fortuna, Squid Head. I always say Hammerhead. I always say those characters, but this year for something that's like current, then I would love a 3-pack like the Arc Trooper 3-pack, but with Bo-Katan, Cosca Reeves, and the other dude. I think that'd be amazing. If that's a convention exclusive, so be it. Get it out there, and then release them singly like they are doing the other ones. I think that'd be awesome. I'm a bit annoyed the Black Series has got Bo-Katan when, if you think about, I don't think there's ever been a 3.75 inch Bo-Katan, has it? And if you think about all the characters they did in the Clone Wars over the years and what have you, they've never done that character, not even in the animated line. I don't think so. She for me is like massive, like one of the best things to happen for the Mandalorian season 2. Axe Woves, that's the other dude. Cheers, Mike. Just think how cool that would look with M3 in the pack.
Oh yeah,
3 Mandalorians would look flipping awesome.
Just like that was really good, wasn't it? That was awesome. That was
brilliant. Yeah, the Arc Trooper 3-pack.
Yeah, when
that dropped, it looked absolutely amazing. But yeah, I mean, of course, I would love Squid Head, Bib Fortuna, Hammerhead, big time. Who out of you guys interested in the Bad Batch? Would you want the Bad Batch figures like the Black Series have got? You bothered about those?
Well, I quite like, cloney type characters, so I'd be up for that, yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I guess if I'd seen it, I'd be quite into it. So, yeah.
Well, it's not out yet. It's going to be out. Oh, well, hang on. No, they appeared, didn't they? They were in the last season, weren't they? Yeah, they were, yeah. They're going to get their own thing, though. Yeah, they were in that last season, weren't they?
So Sean Solo saying he's missed that 3-pack. Yeah, it was a great 3-pack. When that 3-pack dropped, I thought it was a wind-up. I thought someone had created something because it just looked so good. I could imagine a Clone Wars, not Clone Wars, a Mandalorian with those 3. That'd be fantastic. And the other thing that I want is some creatures and stuff, like a Blurg, for example.
Oh yeah,
a Dewback in vintage boxing. That's just to sort of expand the line a bit. Just at the moment it's just vehicles and card backs. I want the stuff like they used to do with 2-packs, 3-packs, Ewok catapults, Tauntauns, that kind of stuff. Just to broaden it out a bit. Mudhorn, Isaac V is saying there. Yeah, absolutely. Jabba. Gary Moore saying Jabba, and we only got him in that. There's people that didn't have a chance to get that would love a really good vintage collection Jabba. So
yeah. I don't regret at all getting that Rancor. That's an amazing creature, but that would also be epic in a vintage box. That
absolutely, yeah. That
would just be, and that's such a good creature. That so accurate. That screen accurate.
Yeah, so that's what I want ultimately from the line. I want them to broaden their horizons a little bit, just give us something different, mix it up a bit. That's kind of why I like the gaming greats, I guess, because it shows that they are prepared to sort of
mix it
up a bit. Yeah, mix it up a bit. But again, they're still just figures, aren't they? I want creatures. So my kid would love to get a Blurg and
that would be awesome. A Blurg. I mean, we talked about when it was fresh on our minds, the Bantha re-release of that, in Mando packaging. That was a really good episode. That wasn't the hour-long one.
Yeah, so much out of the Mando they could do in here. It's just bonkers. We ain't got things from that yet.
And I forgot all about it. Tim, you said, as you know, the Dewback was in season 1 on Tatooine.
Yeah.
That guy, that bounty hunter, was sort of, the guy dropped off it or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Mando rode it back into town, didn't he? In the night time, didn't he?
Yeah.
So.
I don't think they realised how successful Mando would be with it in terms of merchandise. They got a bit caught on the hop with that, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we've said it before. I think it's like Star Wars almost became a bit of a risk, been burnt a few times. And then I think now they need to trust the community that we're going to buy. Yeah. Trust that we're going to buy this stuff if they make it, But they got to make the right stuff.
Yeah, definitely agree with that.
It's good you said all of that there, Tim, because I just, you asked us what we wanted. I just had my mind on figures, but someone put in the comments, I think it was Daniel, Emperor's, Imperial shuttle, the shuttle Tidarium. That would also be epic, that wouldn't it?
Mm.
Although in that instance, even though that is a big vehicle, that I would like them to, do it more justice, really show the interior expanded out. But then again, the Slave One, even though that's a big Slave One, that still isn't really as big as it could be. They could really flush that out.
A few people here are saying that the 4-pack could be the criminals from the Mando. So you've got RKW saying it, you've got RB saying it. That'd be cool. I mean, I'd be well up for that.
Yeah, Bill Burr's crew. Oh yeah,
everyone would love those, wouldn't they?
That was awesome. That's a great idea.
4-packs, unclone and Aunt Brew, alive and dead.
Yeah. Oh right. Yeah, Tim. I was chatting with Daniel last night, Daniel Chart, and he got me onto the. Did I tell you about this earlier today? Oh, I did, didn't I? You got of course. You've got them now. Star Action Figures. What's she called now? I wrote her name down. Cami Marstrap, or whatever her name is. The Toshi Station girl.
From the deleted scene.
Yeah. Did you know that as well, BOE? They've got them still. They had them on sale at Star Action Figures.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Couldn't believe it.
I got them at TK Maxx, that pack.
Did you?
It was about $12.99 then.
Well, I think Daniel was saying that's what it was on Star Action. Yeah, it's been on clearance for years. Now it's 24 quid or something, but still, I got it.
Still worth picking up.
Yeah, I picked it up.
Yeah, because it's a nice set.
I've got a diorama. I've got Luke and Biggs talking to each other. I've got like Tatooine Biggs with his cape, with a Luke with his hat. And I thought if I have those two, that's like the Toshi Station crew, isn't it? That's awesome.
You should keep one. You should have got 2 sets then.
I have.
Because you should have kept one set mint in box.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. I got 2. I wanted to get my order over 50, so I got 2.
Yeah, you done
and then I also got a Dooku as well, a 6-inch Dooku, only just because I want to see it. And I'm getting rid of my 6-inch soon, but I definitely want to see that figure close up, and then talk about how we need that in 3 3/4 inch. Again.
Darth Eddie says they should re-release the Luke's Land Speeder because it's small, takes up little space on the shelves, and it's an amazing box. I'd like them to do that actually because I've got one.
That was a good one.
It's like I haven't had room for it, so I've never actually opened it, and I would like another one to open and keep that one boxed. It's a bit weird keeping vehicles in boxes. I don't know why I do it, to be honest, but I guess it's just the space. Tim Cannon says the A-Wing, 100%. We need that.
Yeah, A-Wing would be good.
Oh man, yes, Tim Cannon.
That's one that's big time missing, isn't it?
And Arvel Crinid as well.
Got the X-Wing.
That Legacy collection came with Arvel Crinid, and he'd be nice on his own card, So many shots of him in Return of the Jedi, got him.
Yeah.
Cut to the left, I'll take the leader, or whatever it's said. Might not be him who says that, but still, you know what I mean.
Right, I think we're gonna wrap it up a bit now because it's getting towards nearly to 2 hours. It's getting late over here in the UK. We've been averaging like 210 people, which is awesome. So thanks very much everyone for tuning in. We always like talking about Star Wars and the vintage collection. So, guys, where can everyone find you? Blacked Out Ewoks. Where can everyone find you, mate?
You probably don't want to find me because my videos aren't that. I make my videos for myself, but my channel is Blacked Out Ewoks. So if you want to subscribe, you can do. But
man, you've got the best archive of stuff, man.
Yeah.
You've got such good stuff to see.
Yeah, if you want to see old stuff and all that sort of, I do a lot of live streams of Action Figure Grader as well. So, where
if you like waffle or pancakes, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They love the waffle.
Yeah, but the thing is, Blacked Out, there's probably a lot of people in the chat that are like of our age, right? And they love the vintage stuff as well. And you have an amazing collection of vintage Star Wars, carded, graded, whatever. So it's a great channel, man. Don't do yourself a disservice, man. It's a great channel, and everyone should subscribe to it. You're also on Instagram, right? Yep.
Yeah.
People can find you there. What about you, Johnny?
Yeah, YouTube and Instagram is probably the best place to find me. I am in a few of the forums as well with some of my custom figures and bits and pieces. But yeah, Johnny Star Wars, all one word on YouTube. Good place to start. Yeah,
and if anyone missed at the beginning when Johnny first came on, he basically builds some pretty awesome dioramas. He built a huge ghost ship and stuff like that. So it's worth following. Yeah. And Only One Kenobi, Nick. Yeah, no worries, man. And Nick?
Yes, only one Kenobi. It's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, all those four, which I was quite pleased. I managed to snag the Instagram one last summer, which was amazing, really. Someone had had that. Someone was using it at Only One Kenobi, but then they disappeared. But anyway,
Roland's review says, do we show off our favourite rave flies yet? Man, that was a great conversation on Twitter. Mine are actually all up in the loft, but I've got some really good ones, man. And those days were the best. 1992 clubbing. Great days. But probably the least said about it, the better, I guess. Yeah. All right then, guys. So, Only One Kenobi. Everyone knows where his YouTube channel is. You probably already subscribed to his channel, but he's on Instagram, Twitter, and all those cool places. You know where to find me on this channel. Instagram, Twitter, they're probably the best place to find me. Facebook as well. Nick, you have Facebook as well, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I do. Got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I don't use Twitter as much though, really. I should get into that a bit more.
Yes.
I'm on Twitter as well, I think.
Yeah. Twitter's a weird place, man. It is a weird place.
I like Instagram.
Yeah, that's great. That one. That's
Instagram's cool.
Yeah, good.
All right, then, guys. Well, thanks for joining me. Appreciate it, guys. And I'm not too sure when we're going to do another one of these shows. Just one other thing to say is that Patrick did say on the live stream that May the 4th is going to be reasonably big for more reveals. So that's something to look forward to, I guess. Hopefully, there's going to be some cool stuff for May the 4th. I would imagine there might be an exclusive for that. I think there's usually a May the 4th exclusive. So hopefully that'll be like a decent 3-pack or something, or I don't know. So, look out for that. Appreciate everyone in the chat for contributing to the chat. It's been great reading out your comments, and it's just been a good evening. So thanks for joining me, people. Thanks for joining us in the chat, and we'll sign off now.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me, Tim. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys. Thanks for joining.
Long and prosper.